Let me tell you a little story. This is 2 years ago, Davidson. 2 years ago, Davidson was on top of the world, fit as could be, healthy as could be, went to bed early, drank a lot of water, didn't eat past 6 o'clock, no carbs, no sugar, green drink every morning, so healthy, intermittent fasting, everything was on point. This guy had so much energy, full of life, business all get out, but had time to make everything work. And everything was going great. Then 2 years ago, Davidson decided, hey, I'm gonna just have a couple of bites of ice cream. 1 spoonful turned into 2, 2 turned into 4, and those 4 turned into the entire tub. That tub turned into 2 years of steady binging, just destroying his body. And 2 years ago, Davidson turned into this guy. That's a lot closer to current Davidson. This is 2 months ago, Davidson. How did 2 years ago Davidson get to 2 months ago Davidson? Binging and sugar addiction. This is what binging and addiction to sugar and carbs can do to your body. You can destroy yourself. If that's what I did to the outside of my body, imagine what I did to the inside. I mean, it's really up to us, right? Who would you rather be? Would you rather be this guy or this guy? Why don't we get back to being this guy together? What's up, sugar junkies? Checking in on day 57 of sugar sobriety. And yes, I have the math right this time. Success, success, success. This was a fantastic week any way you cut it. You know, you go through those 4 weeks of not getting anywhere and you get a lot of bad thoughts creeping in, man. But we busted through that wall and just shattered everything I was hoping to do. So I'm just flying again. Things feel amazing. Honestly, I don't even think it's going to take very long to get to where we need to go. My progress has been way faster than what I thought. So let's head over to the gym. Back at the gym, guys, week 8. The results this week were fantastic. I honestly was shocked at just how quickly my weight went off. I knew I was stuck in a plateau. I was stuck around like 1 pound between 230 and 231 for 4 weeks basically. Got really frustrated, kept working, up my cardio a little bit this week. Next week I'm gonna up my workouts to do more lifting. I'd like to put a little more muscle on. The reasoning behind putting on more muscle, probably it's not something that anyone else has to do, it's not something you have to do. I've always been a proponent of if you have a little more muscle on your body, your metabolism has to work harder to feed that muscle, so you don't have to worry quite so much about calories when you get to where you want to be. Your body will burn things a little bit quicker because it has to feed all that extra muscle that you have. You don't have to be, if you don't want to put any more muscle on, you certainly don't have to. That's just a preference for me. So as we go forward, I'm going to do a little more heavy lifting. So, what did I lose this week? I am down to 225.8 on the scale. That gives me a loss of 5.6 pounds, which is unbelievable. You don't lose 5.6 pounds in a week unless there's some water in there, but I'm not complaining. I think I might have been holding some water for the last few weeks. You know, when you add that into the average, my average is still probably gonna be about 2 pounds a week, which is great. The waist, I lost another inch on my waist. My waist is now 40 inches. Now, is 40 inches good? Well, not in the scheme of things, but where we've come from is excellent. So I'm gonna just quickly show you front view, side view. We'll do the side-by-side comparison, but I've certainly put on a lot more muscle. I can feel it. Feeling pretty fantastic. I'll go from this side too. You can see me in the side-by-sides. Still have some stomach in here. The next goal is gonna be trim this up, get down to about a 30-inch waist and actually have abs again. That's my goal. So where did I start and where am I now? I'm just gonna give you a visual of what I've lost on my waist if the pictures aren't enough. But this is where I started at. I had a 46.5-inch waist when I started this journey. 46.5 is about here, right there. So I don't know if you can tell much with a shirt on, but enough to put, I could stick both my hands in here. Like, it's a lot. It's a pretty good chunk of change that I've lost on the old waist. So, you know, I could double that and still not be to where I want to be. I'll still have a little bit of a gut, but it's come down a lot. I can't complain, and I'm just going to keep pressing forward. So as I go forward in the next few weeks, I'm going to start increasing my resistance training. I'm going to do more weights, more push-ups, more dips, that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you a little bit as I go along, just so you have an idea of what I'm doing. Because as you see, I'm going to be, you know, you've seen my old pictures by now probably. I had a lot of muscle on me. I carried quite a bit. You're going to ask me, how do you get there? What do you do? Honestly, I'll tell you this. I don't do a lot in the gym. I'm never here more than an hour. 6 days a week, maybe if I'm doing cardio, but my workout looks more like 4 to 6 depending on my schedule. I'll try to do 6 days where I'm actually doing some kind of exercises, but not a lot. I'm probably doing 2 exercises per body part, maybe 4 sets when I'm really going. But I'll tell you this, when you look at people who are fit, who are in shape, people who have muscle, unless you know you're talking about a really heavy bodybuilder, it's a little bit different. But even with them, it is 90 to 95% diet, in my opinion. Everyone will give you a different percentage. I'm telling you, for me, it's almost all diet. I'm not like I don't do crazy workouts. You're gonna see, I'll show you my push-ups. I do 4 sets of that right now. I'm going to add some dumbbells in probably next week. So I'll do 4 and then 4 of something else. But I'm not going crazy. And the other thing is, I never work out legs. I do the stationary bike. So that's my leg workout, but I don't do any resistance, like heavy weight training for my legs. Why? Because my legs, even when I'm fit, are gigantic. I probably carry more fat on my legs anyways. And it's really hard to fit into normal jeans, even when my waist is like a 30 or a 32. So going forward, I'll try to give you a little show of exactly what I'm doing. So here's some push-ups. And once you check those out, we'll go back and talk more about the week. Oh, look, another visit from Fathead. Fantastic. Oh yeah, I can see such a change in the shape and just I can see more of my bone structure. I actually have a skull underneath all this. Wow. Pretty big difference. Okay. Well, thank you, Fathead. We don't really need you here for long. I just wanted to do a little side-by-side like I like to do every week. It's 8 weeks. It's a big time, and I noticed quite a change there. Okay, hit the bricks, pal. Another non-scale victory for me was I can button up my winter coat, which is fantastic because I honestly look like the mayor of Obesityville with my little tummy poking out. My jacket doesn't quite fit. It looks very terrible. So how did you lose 5.6 pounds, sugar junkie? That's crazy. That's not possible. Well, I'm pretty sure quite a bit of it was water. The previous 3 or 4 weeks, I think I only lost 1 pound. So I was going nowhere. And then wham, I just busted through that plateau wall. Thank goodness. So I am down a total for the year. For the 2 months I've been doing this now, I am actually down a total of 28 pounds, almost 30 pounds in 2 months. I'll totally take that. I didn't expect to quite get that far. I probably thought I'd do 20 maybe if I was lucky, but I'll take it. Keto, intermittent fasting, playing by the rules, man. Once you cut that sugar, it gets so much easier. It really does. And don't collapse during a plateau. That's also very, very important. I had those thoughts. I had those negative thoughts. They always creep back in when things don't go your way. You just have to, You probably spent a lifetime learning these negative thoughts and behaviors, so it's going to take a lifetime to unlearn them. It's not an easy thing. It's just a constant struggle, but you got to stick with it. Down 6 inches on my waist, perfect, right? Like my waist is 40. I'm just about to crack into the 30s. I get to 38. I do have some clothing that I can fit into, but I mean, normally I wear a 30 to 32, normally, what I used to wear. So where am I going from here? Obviously I want to get back to being fit Davidson now. So I'm going to really put a lot more time in the gym and get this muscle back. That's what I want. I want to look like the guy in the picture from 2 years ago. I don't want to look like the guy in the picture from 2 months ago. It's just, it's a big difference, man. It's a big difference. When you look at that, you see what the damage you can do to your body. It's unbelievable. And I feel so good. I feel like I'm just slowly getting my head back above water, or I've been asleep for a couple of years and I'm waking back up. I can't stress enough how good it feels to get sugar and carbs out of your life. Again, as I said in my previous video this week, the challenge this week is to force yourself, if you haven't done it, cut off sugar and carbs for 3 weeks. Give yourself 3 weeks. That is your challenge. Try it. If you can do it, it's like a magical power once you get through those 3 weeks. It feels so easy compared to what it does before those 3 weeks. You're still going to crave every once in a while, but not like you did. So, my goal is to get there. You guys to come with me if it's something that you want. If you're watching these videos, you're probably suffering the same kind of struggles and issues as I am. And I'm here to tell you, if I can do this, anyone can. It's possible. And I want to see you guys get there. That's it for this week, man. I'm over the moon. I'm really feeling great. I might even start running once the weather gets a little bit warmer. Whereabouts are you guys in your struggle, and how is it going? Are you willing to sacrifice those 3 weeks to change your life? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, guys, and I will be back with another video in a few days. Remember, life is so much sweeter without sugar.